Planet Dolan.
What child prodigy was invited to work for NASA when he was 8 years old? Who offered his wife a share of his Nobel Prize as part of a divorce settlement 3 years before he actually won his Nobel Prize? From physicists to chessmasters, here are 15 of the smartest people who ever lived.
I'd have to lose 60 IQ points to be classified as smart.
I'm Melissa, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 15. Ruth Lawrence became the youngest person ever admitted to Oxford University in 1981 at 10 years old. Then she became the youngest person to graduate from Oxford at 13 years old. She was hailed as a child prodigy, but now she lives a quiet life as a mother of 4 as an Orthodox Jewish woman in Israel, teaching math at Jerusalem's Hebrew University. Number 14. Noam Chomsky is one of the most celebrated intellectuals in American history. He is known for revolutionizing the way we think about language and grammar, and taught on these topics for 50 years at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Chomsky's writings on linguistics have been so influential, they have also caused the fields of psychology and philosophy to rethink the way the brain processes information. Number 13. Scott Aaronson was accepted to Cornell University as a freshman in high school, despite the fact that he clashed with his teachers in school and got bad grades. He received his PhD from the University of California, Berkeley at the age of 22. Aaronson is currently developing the field of quantum computing, which could change the way computers process data forever. Number 12. Edward Witten is one of the champions of string theory, a controversial theory of physics that predicts the existence of a multiverse. It sounds like crazy sci-fi, but in a 1990 cosmology conference, attendees like Stephen Hawking, Michael Turner, and James Peebles were included in a vote that considered him the smartest living physicist in the world. Number 11. Speaking of Stephen Hawking, let's discuss the man who is perhaps the best-known living scientist. Hawking's work in the field of relativity changed the way science looks at black holes, and has been influential in the study of the Big Bang. He also says we have about 100 years to escape Earth before experiencing a mass extinction event. So there's that, too. Number 10. Most people who work on a math problem might spend a few minutes on it, tops. Andrew Weil spent 7 years proving Fermat's last theorem, setting to rest a mathematical conjecture that had eluded the most brilliant minds on Earth since the 3rd century. Number 9. There's not much that can be said about Albert Einstein that hasn't already been said. You already know the basics, but did you know the FBI spied on Einstein for 22 years, suspecting him of building a death ray for Soviets? He also offered his first wife a share in his Nobel Prize money as part of his divorce settlement with her. The divorce was finalized in 1919, but he didn't win his Nobel Prize until 1922, 3 years later. He was just that sure that he would win. Number 8. Chessmasters naturally have high IQs, because they must perform countless calculations as they consider every possibility on the board several times over in a matter of seconds. Judith Polgar is one of the best. She became the youngest chess grandmaster in history at the age of 15, breaking Bobby Fischer's record. Throughout her career, she was one of the best chess players in the world, thanks in part to a tough schooling curriculum by her father, who used his 3 daughters in an experiment to show that geniuses are not born, but made. Number 7. Leonardo da Vinci is well known for many things that were ahead of his time. Obviously, he's best known for his art, but he was also an eccentric that innovated early concepts of flying machines, parachutes, and several weapons of war. He did not, however, create a code so Tom Hanks could find out the secrets of the Catholic Church. Number 6. Marilyn Vos Savant was found to have the mental capacity of a 23-year-old when she was just 10, and recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as having the world's highest IQ. Her response to this was to criticize the IQ test as being meaningless and unreliable. Despite her prodigy status, she lives a quiet life in Manhattan as a columnist for Vanity Fair, and despite being quite possibly the smartest person in the world, she seems content to just live a modest lifestyle out of the spotlight. Number 5. Another chess master here, Garry Kasparov is widely considered the greatest chess master in the history of the game. Though Kasparov had been away from the game for 12 years, he briefly returned to tournament play in August of 2017. The Russian native emigrated to the United States to avoid potential backlash from being a vocal political opponent of Vladimir Putin. Number 4. Kim Eun-young has an IQ of 210, once a world record, and like many people on this list, chose to apply it to a simple life. Kim was invited to work at NASA at age 8 and remained there for 10 years, but he hated that life, so when he turned 18, he entered an ordinary university in Korea and took a job as a run-of-the-mill office worker. The media, especially in Korea, denounces him as a failed genius, but he says he's never been happier with his life. Number 3. Christopher Harada was doing algebra in 1st grade and was in college-level physics and multivariable calculus at age 12. At age 16, he was working with NASA on a Mars colonization project. He now works as a professor of physics and astronomy at Ohio State University. Number 2. There have been many child prodigies that enter university early and graduate before they turn 18. Terrence Tao was one of those, getting his bachelor degree at 16 and earned a doctorate from Princeton at age 21. But perhaps his most impressive accomplishment is that the math genius earned full tenured professorship at a faculty at UCLA at the age of 24. His colleagues at the university refer to him as the Mozart of math. Number 1. William James Siddish might be the smartest person who ever lived. He was reading the New York Times before he turned 2 years old, and at age 6, he was speaking English, Latin, French, German, Russian, Hebrew, Turkish, and Armenian. The child prodigy qualified for admission to Harvard at the age of 9, and eventually, he became a phenomenon. He was a media sensation, but he just wanted to be left alone. At Harvard, he was relentlessly bullied, and by the time he graduated, he wanted to be as far away from academia as he could. Siddish went into hiding and started moving around the country using an alias. He published countless books under a variety of different names before dying of a brain hemorrhage at the age of 46. This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys. That's all for now, guys. I'll catch you next time.